Hello everyone, welcome to Men on Fire. My name is Micah Wren, a former mechanic and engineer turned transformational teacher. And each week I'll deliver an inspiring message to help you excavate those repressed inner negative feelings and install new thoughts that will finally allow you to truly become the person you were born to be. Hello everyone, Micah Wren here, founder of Infinite Success Academy and the Soul Mechanic. During the last 10 years, I've discovered some things that have shaped the way I think and act now. Now, seeing that it started 10 years ago, and there's 10 things on my list, I thought I'd list them here so perhaps someone else might also be able to use some of those 10x suggestions on the journey to becoming their greatest version. Okay, so are we ready to 10x ourselves? Great, so here we go. 10 things to never do again. Now here's number one on our list. Return to what hasn't worked. Now, I know we're all habitual beings, but you have to ask yourself why you keep going back to things that haven't worked for you. I know that sometimes circumstances change, but really, once you've tried something a few times and it hasn't worked, it's time to move on. Someone said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And I totally concur. Okay, number two on our list to never do again is do anything that requires you to be someone you're not. Now, I think we've all experienced this feeling. You go along with something you may not really want to do, but deep inside you say, this isn't me. This isn't who I am. We've all done it, and that's okay. The main thing moving forward is that you recognize it. When you do things that just aren't aligned with your inner self, your soul, you need to step back and analyze why you're doing them. It may be because you're in a particular or certain situation that you have to in that moment, but you always have a choice. So once you're done doing what you're doing, you need to find a way to not do that thing again. Listen to your soul. It always knows what's right for you. So number three on our list to never do again is try to change another person. Now, I wrote a blog on this one a little while ago, but I'll go over the bulk of it quickly here. So basically, you can never change anyone. The only way they will ever change is once they are able to change their self-awareness. The only thing you can do is to help change their self-awareness of themselves, but this can be so very hard. And if you try to change their beliefs, it won't be successful because they just won't believe you. The best thing that you can do is to show them. Show them how someone could act if they held your beliefs. Then allow them to see themselves in you. Only they can make the changes, not you. Okay, number four on our list to never do again is believe you can please everyone. Now, one thing I've found while operating Infinite Success Academy is that everyone has their own definition of success, as they should. So I'm not sure about your definition, but I know what will make you fail. That is trying to be everything to everybody all the time. That is a sure recipe for failure every time. Now, while it's good to fail so we can learn and grow, when you're in this mode, however, you never learn because you just keep on trying to be everything to everyone, and it just will never work. If this is you, you need to analyze why you feel so needy. Is it that you have a need to feel accepted, wanted, and loved? Maybe you just need to let others know how to love you. Whatever it is, you need to stop now. Learn to serve others, but on your terms, not theirs. Learn to love yourself first. You're the most important person in your life. Number 5, folks, we're halfway there. Choose short-term comfort over long-term benefit. Now, sometimes we just decide to take the easy route and choose the short-term fix. Now, I saw this many times when I was in the trades. People just fixing things half-assed, basically, and they're having to return to fix it again and again and again. Fixing it right the first time saves time, money, and effort. But this can be applied to many other areas of your life as well. Like choosing to buy a new TV when you should have put that money in investments. Eating pizza and burgers instead of healthy, natural foods. These are all shortcuts we take to enjoy the feeling in the moment. Sacrificing the long-term benefit in the long run. Now, instant gratification is a real problem in today's society. And while I'm all for living in the moment, we still need to have an eye on the horizon, the place we all want to get to. And number 6 on our list to never do again is trust something or someone that appears flawless. We've all done this one for sure. Sometimes we get taken in by someone or something that seems a little like a sure thing. But as the old saying goes, if it seems like it's too good to be true, well, you know the rest. Okay, so number 7 on our list of things that never do again, take your eyes off the big picture. Now, I made mention a few minutes ago about the horizon. And if you go to the beach, the horizon is the place where the sky meets the water. But if you jump into a speedboat and race towards the horizon, you just never seem to get there, do you? Because it's always in the distance. But that's where we want to go. That's where we need to go. So we have to make short-term plans, which is the small picture, say in 1 month, 1 week, or daily chunks. And then slowly but surely, as long as we keep our eye on the big picture and adjust where we need to go in the small picture, we will inevitably arrive at our horizon, our big picture. Number 8 to do is do your due diligence. Doing your due diligence means that you have investigated all the avenues for potential failure over whatever it is you've investigated. A calculation of potential risks, so to speak. Now, it could be a legal contract, starting a new business, or even something as simple as asking a few questions about someone before you become their friend. Whatever it is, you need to calculate the risks before you continue. If the risks seem worth it and doable, then go for it. You won't always be successful, but you will always learn and grow. Just do your due diligence. Okay, number 9 on our list of things to never do again, failing to ask yourself, why are you where you find yourself? It's a natural response. When things don't work out for us, we always seem to put the blame on someone or something else. I wouldn't have done that if she wouldn't have done that. That's a typical response, isn't it, in the moment? But after all is said and done, we need to ask ourselves why we found ourselves in that position in the first place. Could we have done something differently so we weren't in that unfortunate position to make a bad choice? Most of the time, we could have. Now that begs the question then, why do we do what we do when we know what we know? Why do we do what we do when we know what we know? Do you know? Okay, number 10 is finally here on the list of things to never do again. Forget that your inner life determines your outer success. No matter what your definition of success is, it's always an inside job. To quote the great Jim Rohn, success is not something you pursue, it's the person you become along the way. So it's not things we attain that make us successful. It's the person we have become after experiencing all the trials and tribulations to get there. They can come and take away all your stuff. And I'm speaking from experience here. It happened to me. But that can't take away the person you became to get to that point. That's why so many successful people, when forced to start over, get back to where they were, or even higher, in just half the time. Because they're already the person they needed to be. Now, I heard someone say if you took all the money in the world and divided it up equally amongst the 7 billion or so people that we have in the world today, within 3 years, all the same people would have all the money again. Why is that? Because you can't take away the person they had to become in order to be successful. Success comes from within, my friends, and giving starts the receiving process. Now, that may not be the same list that you have, but I bet it's pretty similar. And it's not really a complete list to be sure, but a list of 10 things that helped me to not repeat my past mistakes. And I don't mind making mistakes. It's part of our growth and one of the reasons we're here on earth. But to make the same ones over and over always seemed useless to me. It's like being stuck in some cruel loop, or like that movie Groundhog Day. Have you seen it? If you haven't, have a look. It's a great movie. Older movie, great movie. Hopefully this will prove useful to you as well while on your journey. If you like, list the number of the one you like the best in the comments below. Or not, whatever you choose. You've been listening to The Soul Mechanic, and it's been my absolute pleasure to serve you, sending you love, happiness, and abundance, now and always. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. As always, keep what feels good and dump what doesn't. And remember, live without judgment, give without expectation, and love for no reason. Follow those 3 simple expressions and you'll be well on your way to an inspirational, intentional, and successful life. Until next time, you're the one.